What up, YouTube? Team Movies here with the not so good film Bloodshot out now. Now I'm going to do my review for that, separate. But with Bloodshot out now, since it does star Vin Diesel, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Vin Diesel movies. I was actually going to wait till Fast and Furious 9 comes out to do this video, but that doesn't come out till April of next year now, since it got delayed. So I decided to go ahead and do my Vin Diesel talk a little earlier because I'm a fan of Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel could really do no wrong. He's great with action. He can do drama pretty well too, and he can do comedy. I mean, yeah, of course he mumbles a lot. I mean, every time you hear Vin Diesel talk, he's always like, oh,
I feel like it's satisfying.
yeah. But anyway, with that being said, here are my top 10 favorite Vin Diesel movies. All right, coming in at number 10, I'm gonna go with Find Me Guilty. Now, this is actually really the film that made me go, yeah, Vin Diesel has really major acting chops. Now, I have seen him, try his hand at serious acting before this, before I saw Find Me Guilty. But Find Me Guilty was, and it was also the first time I ever saw Vin Diesel with hair. When you think of Vin Diesel, you think of him as the bald head guy. Here, he played a very different role. It was directed by legendary director Sidney Lumet, starring Vin Diesel as this mobster named Jack Nitorsko, who refuses to testify against his former associates in the Lucianese crime family. And you got Vin Diesel. You got Peter Dinklage, who plays who actually plays the attorney here. It's actually really good. I mean, probably, I'm not gonna lie, I even think Vin Diesel should have gotten an Oscar nomination for this. I mean, when you think of Vin Diesel, you don't think of an Oscar, not like Oscar caliber actor. This is actually the movie that made me go, yeah, this guy has serious acting challenge. And yeah, I thought Diesel was terrific in this. And Diesel with hair, come on, I mean, he should do more movies where he actually has hairs and all. But anyway. I mean, he keeps driving those fast cars, and you know how they say driving fast cars mean you lose hair. So there you go. That's the real reason why he always does have hair. Anyway, just kidding there. All right, coming in at number 9, I'm gonna go with Triple X. Now, of course, this stars Vin Diesel as Xander Cage, and it's a really cool I guess you could say it's like a cool sport bait movie. It's an extreme sports film. You got Sam Jackson in this. I mean, the Triple X, the first one and the third one, because obviously it wasn't the second one. Some reason they decided to when they went ahead and did a second Triple X, somehow they thought Ice Cube was a better replacement for Vin Diesel. But I like Ice Cube, but come on. Anyway, yeah, I really quite like the first Triple X, and I will admit I really didn't mind the third one. Return of Xander Cage. But the first Triple X, was really fun. It was really entertaining. I mean, Vin Diesel could do extreme sports really well. You also had Sam Jackson in this. I already said that. You also had Asia Argentino, I think her name is. She was great in this. I mean, yeah, XXX is really fun. And they're talking about doing a fourth one, but we'll see if that comes true. Alright, coming in at number 8, I'm going to go with Pitch Black. Now, one of, besides the Xander Cage and Dominic Toretto, one of Diesel's other most popular roles is that of Riddick. I mean, him portraying the role of Riddick is just awesome. And Pitch Black, went really a horror route, while the sequels, Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick, went like the more the sci-fi-ish route. And the Riddick movies, the Chronicles of Riddick isn't as great because they some reason they thought it was a good idea to tone it down as a PG-13 one. I was a fan of Chronicles of Riddick. But, Pitch Black and the 2013 Riddick were both really cool. I really got, Vin Diesel plays the role of a Riddick just really well. He's very violent as his character. Not to mention, you had Rhoda Mitchell was in this, Cole Hauser. Then this other one, then the third one, you had Dave Bautista and all. I mean, they're talking about maybe possibly doing another Riddick movie with Vin Diesel attached, but we'll see if that ever comes true. All right, coming in at number 7 will be actually an unpopular opinion, but I don't care. I'll defend this movie. Number 7, I'm going to go with The Pacifier. You know, when you think of Vin Diesel, you mainly think of him as a full-on action star. You think of him in the Fast and Furious franchise or the Triple X franchise. You don't associate Vin Diesel with a kids film. Yeah, he did do a kids movie, but I'll get to that later. But you know, The Pacifier, of course. And I don't care what anyone says, The Pacifier is awesome. I really adore this film. You know, you've got Vin Diesel who portrays this elite Navy SEAL named Shane Wolf, who ends up failing to keep a scientist named Howard Plummer, played by Tate Donovan, safe from assassination. And so he ends up being assigned to protect Plummer's 5 children, including his daughter, his 2 daughters, and a couple of other kids, as well as the son. And you also had Lauren Graham was in this. Brad Garrett. I mean, this is actually pretty funny. You know, it's a very different Vin Diesel movie. I mean, he really, it's a very more toned down Diesel, and I really thought he was really good in this. His chemistry with the kids was all great. Of course, the kids were played by Brittany Snow, dude from Bates Motel, Max Terrier, I think his name is. And it's I believe it was directed by, I'm trying to remember. I think it was directed by Alan Shankman or some other. Can't remember the was it Roger Cassell? I know some director. I can't believe him. It's been a while since I've seen The Pacifier, but yeah, I really got kicked out of it, and I'll be down to check out a sequel, whether it's a Disney Plus thing and whatnot. But anyway. Number 6. Speaking of Vin Diesel appearing in a kids film. Number 6, I'm gonna go with the Iron Giant. Now, I always keep forgetting that he was the voice of the Iron Giant. You know, when I first saw this film, I never really paid attention to much of the voice talents. But holy cow, Vin Diesel doing the voice of the Iron Giant, what an interesting role. You know, it was also directed by Incredibles director Brad Bird, and it had some other cool voice talents. Like you had other voice talents, includes the likes of Jennifer Aniston. You had Harry Connick Jr. Who else was in this? Can't remember all the voices, but yeah, the Iron Giant, it holds a place in my heart. I actually still own it on VHS. It's really iconic, really classic, 90s animated film. And yeah, if you guys never really seen the Iron Giant, go check it out. And I'm still baffled we never got to see an Iron Giant 2. But hey, at least we got to see the Iron Giant in Ready Player One, so that's pretty cool. Alright. Coming in at number 5, I'm going to go with Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, I know it's mainly just a voiceover work, but come on, Vin Diesel as the voice of Groot. Come on, I mean, all he mainly says is, I am Groot, and I mean, that's really all he ends up getting paid for, is mainly just for saying one line. Of course, he said a few other lines, like, we are Groot, and stuff like that, but his most main line is, I am Groot. And of course, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he ended up toning down his voice as a baby Groot, which I gotta know how he actually tones his voice down like that. I mean, whoever knew that Vin Diesel could have a voice tone where he just says, I am Groot. And then, of course, he played Teen Groot in, Avengers Endgame and all that. And Avengers Infinity War. But, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is I just love this movie. It's really fun, cool effects. And I'd love to see Vin Diesel as, I don't know, somewhere down the line in the MCU as, like, a live-action form. But I'll take him as Groot any day. And I'll be down to check out, like, maybe a spin-off of Groot, with Rocket and Groot and all that. They gotta do that for Disney Plus down the line. But, anyway. Alright. Coming in at number 4, I'm gonna go with Furious 7. Now, Furious 7 is just straight up awesome. Of course, you're gonna need tissues while you're watching this. Of course, it was the last Fast and Furious movie featuring Paul Walker. It's a really good one, and you know, I thought Vin Diesel's like acting, at the end of Fast and Furious when he's all like looking at when him and Brian goes like goes apart different ways. You could like tell that him crying was not acting. That was like real emotions there. And and yeah, Fear 7 is just it's probably gonna be also my favorite Fast and Furious film. When Fast 9 actually finally comes out, I'll probably go ahead and rank my Fast and Furious movies. But definitely this will be really high there. Oh, and I should mention Jason Statham as Deckard Shaw. I mean, come on, scenes with Dominic Toretto and Deckard Shaw is pretty cool. Anyway, coming in at number 3. Speaking of cool fight scenes in the Fast films, number 3 I'm gonna go with Fast 5. Now, this of course was the fifth installment of the Fast and Furious franchise, starring Dwayne Johnson as Agent Hobbs. And come on, the best scene, like one of the best fight scenes in the Fast and Furious franchise, has got to be the scene between Dominic Toretto and Hobbs. So that scene was pretty cool, and of course the scenes between Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson are both great. I know there's like some feud between the two, like outside the Fast and Furious franchise, but still, Fast 5 is still hands down really awesome. All right. Coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with Saving Private Ryan. Now, this was really one of the films that really launched Vin Diesel's career, and Saving Private Ryan, was really terrific. I mean, the film was directed by Steven Spielberg, and not to mention, Diesel, does a great job at playing the role of Adrian Copso, and the scene where he's protecting saving this kid and all that is really heartbreaking. I mean, this is also one of the films that really shows that Vin Diesel's like capable of doing more stuff than just the Fast movies and all that. He was terrific at Saving Private Ryan, and of course everyone in this movie was great. You also had the likes of Tom Hanks was in this. You had Ed Burns, some great cast members, and Saving Private Ryan is just amazing to watch. And if you guys haven't really seen it, definitely go check it out. That's based on fact. And granted, Diesel's character does not have that big of screen time, but his screen times is actually one of my favorite parts of the film. Alright, my number 1 favorite Diesel movie obviously goes to the first Fast and Furious movie. This was really, crazy to believe that, next year, the first Fast and Furious movie turns 20 years old. So, come to think of it, it's actually really cool that that Fast 9 got delayed next year, considering next year will be Fast and Furious 20th anniversary. So, come to think of it, I think it's actually cool that it got really delayed next year. I just didn't really go that way. Anyway, now, of course, you had, Paul Walker here. You had, of course, I believe just, Rob Cohen, was the director behind this, and of course he directed the first Triple X movie. You could say that Fast and Furious was like a rip-off of Point Break. I mean, if you look at it, it literally does feel like a Point Break rip-off. But that aside, it's, still really entertaining. The car scene's pretty cool. The heist sequence is pretty cool to watch. I mean, who just don't love the Fast and Furious movie? And this was the one that really started them all. And yeah, Diesel was hands down just awesome in the first film. Alright. And obviously, I cannot wait for the next one. But we gotta wait till April for the next one. But anyway. Alright. That's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Find Me Guilty. 9, Triple X. 8, Pitch Black. 7, The Pacifier. 6, The Iron Giant. 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. 4, Furious 7. 3, Fast 5. 2, Saving Private Ryan. And number 1 is The Fast and Furious. Now, there's a few other ones I probably obviously could have added. Oh, let me pull his credit. His other credits also includes, The Fate of the Furious. He had a part in Too Fast, Too Furious. Riddick, he was pretty great in. Of course, I mentioned that. He's supposed to be in Avatar 2 next year, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Let's see. He was also in The Last Wish on he was great in Boiler Room. He was also in Babylon AD. He was in A Man Apart. He even actually voiced Groot in Ralph Breaks the Internet as well, so that's pretty cool shit too. I mean, most of his stuff are good. Some of his stuff could be a little questionable, but anyway. Let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Vin Diesel movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Team Moose signing off.